Hello idlers, this is your Colonel speaking, and oh goodness, you're going to love this one. So basically, on the Imp's adventure, look at this is ridiculous. So I have 197 stars. I'm 3 stars away from the 200 chest, and I'm 1 space away from completing that, but that's all my dice. I've done all my dice, so one more roll would have done it for me. And but I don't know, it's like, don't get me wrong, like a Delacium copy or a Unimax copy would be really nice right now, because I am trying to build those 2 heroes, but honestly I can't justify what, like another $9.99 to get that done, or perhaps $19.99. Either way, it's just really not worth it to just get a hero copy. And Imp's Adventure will be coming around. I mean, it'll be coming around every month, so it's not like this is like the last chance or anything. But yeah, it's just not worth it to me to spend another $9.99 to complete, to get that elite hero shard. So anyway, but that's really disappointing. I mean, it's been an alright event. I did get a nice skin for my carry. Now I really did want the Law of the West for my Garuda, but my Garuda's pretty good right now. I mean, she's E5 and she's got her Kiss of Ghost and all sorts of good stuff. So my carry really needed the extra help, and so I went with her skin. And so I did get a little something out of that event, so that's nice. And of course, ladies and gents, we have new events. So we'll leave that event in the past, all of last week's events in the past, and hope for better luck next time around. But anyway, let's go to our mailbox here and see what we have. So we're going to get Summon Scrolls times 3 throughout this week, or every day. So what's that, 21 Heroic Scrolls. And of course, Trail with the Champion has started, of course. And there's our season rewards for free team up arena, and we did pretty well there, so I like that. We got the profit orbs, so that's good. Alright, yeah, we ranked 11th, so that's nice. Anyway, top 20 is usually my goal there, but anyway, there we go. So we got our prizes. So it is the summoning event, and we're going to check out the events now. So first of all, we have the Palace of Eternity. And how does this work? Let's see. For every 9 host heroes are replaced, the cost of Eternal Crystal for each host hero plus 5. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I think I read about this. So basically, you can do replacements to get copies of the new hero here, is the deal. But obviously I don't have any of these, what are they, crystals? Yeah, Eternal Crystals. So I don't have any at the moment, but as soon as I get 10, I can trade in my, what's her name? I can't even remember her name now. Ithiqua. I can trade my Ithiqua for the new hero here, who is Sherlock, I think. We'll see him in a moment. But anyway, Okay, so I don't have any heroes replaced. Replacing one 5-star consumes 10 eternal crystals. For every 9 that are replaced, the cost of eternal crystal for each host hero is +5. So basically, oh, and you can put in a 10-star of one of the old heroes to get a 10-star of the new hero if you have enough copies, I think, as well. Okay, that's pretty cool. So basically, you can trade in the old heroes here. Yeah, okay, any of these heroes here. So like the last 5 released heroes, and you can trade them in for copies of the current hero, which is Sherlock, and that's great. That's good news, because basically you can use those to upgrade your the current hero more quickly, basically. So it's pretty cool. So I don't know how you get crystals. I guess we'll find out. Let's see. Palace of Crystal. So yeah, so for heroic summons, you're going to unlock these rewards, basically. So you get 5 rewards for 400 heroic summons. You get 800 for you get another 5 at 800, 1200, 1600, and 2000. Basically, is how you get those crystals. And so to do the single replacement I was considering here, my Ithaqual, I would need 10 crystals. So I would need to do at least 800 summons to get those 10 crystals. Does that make sense? So that's how that works. And yeah, so it's kind of cool. And what are these? These are obtain 1 palace key to unlock the rewards. Oh, so I guess you need palace keys as well. And I guess you can only get keys by purchasing value packages. So first off, so it is pretty much pay to win here. Basically, you have to buy a value package here for $99.99. That will give you a key. Then you put the key in here, and then do the appropriate number of heroic summons in order to get the eternal crystals here. So basically, you're going to have to pay quite a bit in order to unlock all of those. Of course, what I think it looks like you get when you unlock this first tier here, you're going to get 15. Yeah, for each of these tiers that you unlock, you're going to get 15 eternal crystals right off the bat, just for unlocking that stage. And then you can also get a bonus 5 crystals for doing the heroic summons, basically, is the deal. So there you go. So that's how you get crystals. Unfortunately, it is all pay to win, so you do have to pay in order to get crystals, in order to replace your old hero copies with the new hero. But anyway, it's still, it's a step in the right direction, I guess. It's nice that you can convert these old heroes into the new hero, into new hero copies. Of course, it will cost you, so you have to pay to unlock it. So Grey Dwarf's Blessing, of course, is going for the rest of this week. So if you haven't done that yet, you can do it. And so yeah, value packages here are heroic scrolls and gems, and of course the very top tier, $99.99, will get you a palace key as well. which will unlock 15 of the eternal crystals, and possibly more if you do the summonings. So there you go. So then next up here we have the hero lottery. So if you do happen to summon the new hero Sherlock this week, then you're going to get, for each Sherlock that you summon, you're going to get a full set of 3-star orange gear. And of course that copy does have to go into your bag. So if you summon Sherlock here, if you get 400 summons and get your Sherlock copy here, that goes into your bag, but you have to pull him out of your bag at that point in order to get the hero lottery rewards. Does that make sense? So there you go. So for the summon prizes this week, fairly standard. You're going to get what is it? It's 15 Prophet Orbs and 30 Heroic Scrolls, as well as a copy of Ice Blink at 200 points and 5 Hero Replacement Stones at 300 points. And as we just discussed, at 400 points you're going to get a copy of the new 5-star hero Sherlock here. We'll check him out in a bit. And then at 500 points, for a full completion, you're going to get 15 glorious relics as well. And of course you can do 4 full completions, provided you have 2,000 heroic scrolls. So there you go. So pretty cool. And I really like the look of the new hero, honestly. We also have the exchange event going on here, Altar Exchange. So it's Penny and Tara. So if you don't have your Tara already, you can get him here. I honestly would not spend altar stones on Penny at this point. Honestly, she isn't really that great anymore. She fell off pretty quickly, honestly, but I still have an E5 Penny, but I don't use her. She's fallen out of my lineup because I put in my E5 Tara. I replaced her with my E5 Tara basically, and of course I don't need another Tara copy because I already have an E5 Tara. But and I'm not really going for a second Tara at the moment. But anyway, those are your 2 heroes. Honestly, I really wouldn't spend on Penny, unless you have like an E4 Penny right now and you want to take it to E5, then go for it. But other than that, it's just not really. She's just not really that. She's really not worth pursuing at the moment. Unless, like I said, unless you're going to E5 her during this event. But anyway, those are all the events, everybody, and it gets harder and harder each time to resist spending my scrolls. But that's what I'm doing. I'm still saving. I've been saving all year, and I'm going to try to save until the end of the year. And unless, honestly, if the anniversary event is coming up next month in June, and so if that event does happen to be Light and Dark Heroes, which I suspect it will be, I probably will break down and try to get the new hero, the new Light hero or a new Dark hero, because I'm just at that stage where I need to build another Light and Dark hero. So I probably will break down and do it if in fact the anniversary event does introduce a new Light or Dark hero. So we'll see. But I am going to resist this event. I resisted Delacium, I resisted Alivia, I resisted Ithaquah, and I'm going to resist Sherlock. But he does look really cool. So let's check him out here. So there he is at 6, is that 6 star here? Yeah, there's 6 star. He really does look cool. He's got a lot of style here. I really like it. It's a little bit Elric of Melniboné. It is a little bit Mad Hatter. It's, and then his mask sort of reminds me of, I don't know, like Vega a little bit from Street Fighter. But anyway, so he's got a lot of cool elements going on there. And let's see, what else? So then when he gets to 10 star, where is he? Oh no, I guess that was 10 star, wasn't it? And then at 5 star, he doesn't, okay, at 5 star he's just a little bit less flashy. A little bit less flash there. And then lastly at 10 star, there we go. He's cool. He's seriously cool looking, I must say. Oh my goodness. That's very cool. So he's a Fortress Mage. And how fast is he? Let's see. His speed is 1188. And how fast is that compared to Ada? Okay, so she's still faster than he is. And I assume Kerry probably is as well. Let's see. So yeah, Kerry's 1218. So he's not quite as fast as Kerry or Ada, or even Delacium. How fast is Delacium? 1218. Yeah, so even Delacium is a little bit faster than Sherlock here. But anyway, here's Sherlock, and so his active skill basically deals 300% of attack damage against 2 random enemies. So that's not a lot of damage, but let's see, 100% chance to inflict shapeshifting to one of them for 15 rounds. Oh, that's interesting. So shapeshifting for 15 rounds, 65% chance to inflict shapeshifting to another enemy for 15 rounds. And then he gains 2 layers of well calculated, which I guess we'll find out what that means in a second here. But shapeshifting, one of the control effects, turns the target into a dove. Shapeshifted targets cannot make any moves nor trigger passive skills. After receiving 3 active skill attacks or basic attacks, the target will get free from the shapeshifting effect, and it is not stackable. So basically, it's like Tara's Seal of Light, and then, but then after the target is attacked 3 times, then it dispels the shapeshifting effect. So he turns them into doves, during which they cannot it says make any moves. I assume that's attacking, so they can't do any basic attacks or active skill attacks, and cannot use any of their passive skills during that time. So it's a lot like Tara's. It's a little more effective than Tara's Seal of Light, but they get out of it after being attacked 3 times. So kind of cool. Very nice control effect, and it is a control effect, so it is dispelled by things that get rid of control effects, and as well as it's affected by control, like percent control effect type defenses, I guess I should say. So there you go. So, and we'll find out what 2 layers of well calculated means here. So when he is inflicted with a mark, so when he gets like a lightning mark or Ada's mark or any of those things, then he gets another layer of well calculated to dispel 1 mark from self. So well calculated gets rid of marks is what it does. When he's controlled, it also consumes one layer of well calculated to transfer one control effect to one random enemy. So well calculated is pretty cool. So it dispels marks as well as transfers control effects onto an enemy every time he gets a control effect, and he has a layer of well calculated. So that's pretty cool. Every time his HP goes below 30%, he will also consume 2 layers of well calculated to exchange self HP with the enemy who has the max current HP. Oh, that's pretty cool. And it caps at 5,000% of self attack. When the number of well-calculated layers is less than that to consume, the corresponding effects cannot be triggered. Alright, yeah, so well-calculated does a lot of things, basically. Basically, you can get rid of marks as well as transferring control effects onto other enemies, and every time his HP goes below 30%, if he has 2 layers of well-calculated, he'll exchange HP with the highest HP enemy. So that's pretty cool. So very nice. And of course he gets marks by what? Okay, so when the battle starts, he starts with 3 layers of well calculated, and then he gets 2 more layers every time he does an active skill, and he gets a layer of well calculated at the end of each round as well, and a 50% chance to gain an extra layer at the end of the round as well. So that's crazy. He can get a lot. He can stack up a lot of layers of well calculated. So then his basic attack targets one random enemy, deals 100% of attack damage, and has a 50% chance to shapeshift that enemy for 15 rounds. So he's got a lot going on, and I must say he's a pretty powerful hero here. So when you think he's almost dead, he can exchange HP with the highest HP on the enemy team, and then of course his other layers can get rid of control effects and marks, and then his doves, his shape-shifting effects, put the kibosh on the enemies. So, source of magic here is going to gain 30% HP, 25% attack, 30% damage reduction, and 40% speed. And the damage reduction is nice because it helps him from dying. So it'll help him to get below 30% but not die, and that of course will trigger his HP exchange with the enemy. So that's pretty cool. So he's a really nice hero. He's not going to be doing a whole lot of damage, but that's not really what he does. He's a control unit. He's a CC unit, basically, because he's going to be using shape-shifting on the enemy, and of course that's going to kind of put that enemy on ice, or possibly 2 enemies at a time, and then of course he stays alive, basically, in order to keep CCing the enemy. So that's pretty cool. I kind of look at him like an Oberon, basically, a good powerful CC mage, and he's very nice. I like him quite a bit. He's going to cause a lot of enemy disruption, and of course he does counter carry a little bit, because he can, if he turns her into a dove, then and he can do that with just his basic attack. So so he can basically counter carry even if he doesn't get his active skill off. So that's pretty cool. Of course, she's going to be going before he does, because he's pretty slow, and so you're basically going to have to rely on his basic attack in order to take out a carry. But it is possible, so that's pretty cool that he can do that. So a good counter to carry, pretty much the only counter to carry at the moment, unless you have another carry to counter carry. So there you go. Very nice new hero, and but I am going to resist spending my scrolls. And lastly, we do have some new bios, I think. What is it? Let's see. We got the spinning star of doom here. Okay, so yeah, you can get so we have. I guess yeah. The other thing too is they added Delacium to the Glorious Temple, and to Elite 5-star hero shards, and then they removed one from each of the different factions from the Elite 5-star hero shards. So Bloodblade, Queen, Flamestrike, and Gru are no longer elite. So there you go. And so yeah, stories of Amavor, Dominator, Queen, Asmodel, Fatmu, and Aspen. So we didn't get any last time around, so they're making up for it this week. So they added 6 new hero biographies there. So there you go. So pretty cool event, and very cool hero. I like him quite a bit. He'll be at least a counter to carry. I don't know if he'll be the ultimate counter to carry, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And so there we go, everybody. So I hope you enjoyed that, and remember, as always, here we go. Karma can be a real bitch, but she can also reward you nicely sometimes if you treat her well. So anyway, I am your Colonel signing off, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.